Hi everyone, welcome back. Here we both are, apparently. I'm getting the silent treatment because I wouldn't let her be on my lap. Anyway, I hope that everybody had a great week. For those of you who were keeping track, if you're wondering how my interview went, I don't know. It was not what I expected. So I felt a little bit less prepared than I had hoped to be. However, everyone else I talked to said the same thing. That being said, there are 5 candidates. The 4 internal I know are all excellent, amazing, awesome, incredibly talented people. So, but you know what? So am I. So it could go anyway, and it'll be a few months before we know. But thank you for those of you that sent me good wishes for that. It went as well as I could have hoped. So anyway, I don't have a whole lot for you this week, although I have a finish. Those don't happen very often. 1 down, 1 to go, and then I can start a new one. I already know which one I'm starting. But yeah, so I've got a finish. I don't have a lot of whips to show you. That's not because I didn't get a lot done. I did, but I managed to fit all of the prompts onto 4 whips, and I just realized I left one upstairs, so I'm gonna cut out really quick and go get that. Okay, let's try this again. So I had 5 whips I worked on this week, one of which I finished. So let's go ahead, because I know that you guys will be as excited about this one as I was. My finish. It's the temperature stitch along for 2020. And I have to say for 2020, because I've started 2021s. I didn't bring it down here to show because I didn't get much further than I was last week when I showed it to you. I think I got 2 more squares done. So yeah, I have to catch that one up this weekend. But, you ready? Ta-da! I'm so pleased with how it turned out. As you can see, I got a little lazy. The 31st was supposed to be a border that came all the way around, and I decided that I was ready to be done with this. So I just have this, I just made like a little crown or a little embellishment on the top that represented the 31st. Sorry, apparently my phone is crooked, so that's why everything looks sideways when I first put it up. So yeah, the one thing I'm a little bit bummed about is I obviously was not very careful with, since this was in the Q-snap for a year, I probably should have been a little bit more careful when I left where I left it, because the futon that I normally stitch on is in this direct sunlight. So I don't know if you can see it, but I am very aware that it's all faded. So I'm gonna have to be careful when I frame it, that none of that non-faded stuff shows. But I don't think that should be too much of a problem. And it's done, and there is all of 2020 represented in color for Indianapolis. I learned a few things. So the new one, like I've said before, is on a lighter fabric. I decided to switch out the étoiles that I used for sunny and for rainy, because I don't know if you can see this, but this one is rainy, and you can't even see the blue. It should look like the other 3 where there's 3 colors. And it doesn't, because you can't see that navy that's in the middle. So yeah, I picked a lighter blue this time. I picked a brighter yellow that didn't look quite so close to the yellows that are used for like the 70s and 80s. So it'll look a little bit different this year, but I'm excited to have a matching set when I get done. Okay. So, again, I worked on that one. That actually filled one of my magical stitches prompts. And then the other 4 things I worked on, I managed to get out of 12 prompts. I only had to pick 5 works. So I only have 4 other things to show you. But I got a lot done on all of them. And the first one, you haven't seen this one in a long time except for in my whip parade, because I don't think I've touched it since Mania last year, or maybe a few months after. And this is Silver Creek Samplers Moonshine. And the last time I showed it, all I had done, and I hope you can see this because my phone, okay, there we go. All I had done was part of her hair and that front part of her dress and the word to. So I finished her hair and I started working on the moon. And I got most of his face at least outlined. So that's where that one is. I don't think I'm gonna work on it this week because I've got other projects that would fit any prompts that it would fit. But keep it in mind because I'm gonna ask a question in a hot minute. This one is not really exciting to look at, but it is exciting to me because I actually did get quite a bit done on it. I think I got 600 or 800 stitches done on this one. And I misspoke last week when I said that it had 75,000 black stitches. It had 80,000. So obviously most of what I got done, this is deal struck. Most of what I got done is in black, but you can see over here on the edge, so much black. I got a little bored and started to work on Sebastian's hand here. My goal for this one is to work on black as much as possible, but now that I've found some of the color, to be able to start playing with it a little bit when I absolutely can't stand just black, black, black anymore. So there you go, you can see that. Still gonna take me years and years and years. I think I fit 2 prompts for it this week for magical stitches. We have to spell out demigod, and I'm using it for M for Mark, that might be it. No, there's at least one more. D for demon. So yeah, I'm using it for at least 2 prompts, so it'll get at least 400 stitches this week. This is the one that I'm trying to focus on the most. I've mentioned before, and this is Defying Gravity by Circus Stitches. And it is, I would like to be able to present this sooner rather than later. And I got quite a bit done on this one. This one I did get 800 stitches in on. So here is where it's at. Wake up. Sorry, my watch is not being very cooperative today. So I'm definitely starting to get into some of the pattern. I've got the shape of the hat out now. Hopefully by the end of this week I'll have this filled in and start to fill in some more of this black and then start to do some of the letters. But yes, still a long, long ways to go. But for this week I am using this one for D because it has the word defying in it, which starts with D. I'm using it for E for alphaba. M is deal struck. I don't know. So if you see any of my projects and you can come up with an I thing from them, drop me a line. G, I'm using this one for gravity because the word gravity is also on it. And the rules say if there's a word on it that starts with that letter, that's good enough. O, I'm also having trouble with, so again, if you've got any suggestions, let me know. And S for smile or smirk, because if you've ever seen the Wicked poster, Elfie's got a little bit of a smirk on her face. And that kind of carries through to this. So there's that one. I also got a lot done on Dark Queen. And this is the last one that I worked on. Holy cow, we are going to be done really fast today. I decided on this one, I'm going to go ahead and start working on part 5 because I kind of want to save the personalizations as long as I can. First, because I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do, and second, because I feel like they're kind of the reward, the payoff, and finishing them so early in for me kind of doesn't feel as motivating. So, but I finished part 2, yay! And then I started part 5. And I guess that is not entirely true, but here we go. And it's not entirely true that I finished part 2. The reason being, I have not done any of the backstitch on part 1 and part 2, beyond that first fish that I had done a long time ago. So I have to backstitch the 2 fish, I have to backstitch the coral, and I have to backstitch the line down the center of her rib cage. And then there is some backstitching on the seaweed and the coral also. But isn't it turning out so nice? I love this one. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So that's where I'm at. Like I said, for this week, I'm probably going to stick mostly to Deal Struck and Defying Gravity because they fit almost all of my prompts and they're huge projects that I need to get a lot of stitches in on. I'm still trying to figure out what to do for O and for I. It seems like vowels often are the hardest things. I think I might know what to do for O. One of the endangered species in Cloud's Factory's There Is No Planet B Stitch Along for January starts with O. So I'll probably add that one to the fray for this week. And other than that, like I said, I'm letting you out really quick today. Still no progress on the knitting. Things have been cuckoo around here. I haven't even had a chance to watch my my normal Flosstube. So if you're used to me saying hi and dropping a note on your Flosstube and I haven't yet, I just haven't gotten around to watching my Flosstubes. And it's not true that I didn't have time. What is true is that I went back and rewatched, instead of watching all the Flosstube I have backed up, instead of watching the 1,000,001 things on my to be watched list, I went back and rewatched 2 of my favorite animes. I went back and I rewatched Yona of the Dawn, which I don't hear a lot of people talk about, and there's only 1 season of. And then I went back and I started rewatching Black Butler. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this show. I guess obsessed isn't really the right word. I really enjoy this show. But there's kind of a purpose to that one because that's going to be one of my cosplays this con season. I am really excited about it. I wasn't going to make any more cosplays because I have the ones I didn't get to wear last year. But I actually think I might go to a couple other cons. So, and these, I'm actually going to have the chance to do some group cosplay, and I'm excited. So I'm working on putting together a CL Phantom Hive cosplay. So I kind of need to watch the show because I need to get those details right. And then one of my friends is going to be Sebastian and follow me around and like loom over my shoulder. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Yeah. And then I think I'm also going to put together a Glimmer cosplay from the new She-Ra. And I might have a couple of people willing to cosplay Bo and She-Ra with me. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, really, that's all. I haven't watched anything interesting. I haven't done anything interesting. I just stitched because it helps with my anxiety. And if you are here in the United States, I hope that you are staying safe, particularly if you are in the Washington, D.C. area. I hope that you were safe during everything that happened. I hope that if you live in a capital city, because I've heard that there are going to be possibly incidents in most state capitals during this inauguration period. It's scary. I live in a capital city, by the way, Indianapolis, and work not too far from the State House. So yeah, I'm really hoping that everything goes smoothly. But what can I say? It's scary, and I hope that everyone is safe. Well, that's a downer way to end. And you know what we haven't seen yet? She's been really good, and now I'm going to ruin it. Lexi, come here. Oh boy, she's really mad at me. Lex! All right, well, I guess you will not get a chance to get your Lexi cuddle today. But no, it's not you, it's me. I wouldn't let her come down earlier, and so now she's not gonna listen. But anyway, I hope that everybody has a great Stitchy week. Please feel free to drop me a line and say hi. And yeah, if you know what I can do for for the prompts this week, it would be much appreciated. And other than that, I hope you guys all stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye.